from oneself. In politics, what is often the most difficult to appreciate and understand is what is going on before our eyes. I regard as unholy and detestable the maxim that in matters of government, the majority of a people has the right to do everything. What then is a majority taken collectively, if not an individual who has opinions and most often interests contrary to another individual who is called the minority? Democracy extends the sphere of individual independence. Socialism tightens it. Democracy gives all its possible value to each man. Socialism makes each man an agent, an instrument, a figure. Democracy and socialism stand by only one word, equality. But notice the difference. Democracy wants equality in liberty, and socialism wants equality in genetics and servitude. This state wants to be so benevolent towards its citizens that it intends to substitute itself for them in the organization of their own lives. Will it go so far as to prevent them from living in order to better protect them from themselves? What the vulgar man calls wasted time is very often time gained. The most dangerous moment for a bad government is usually when it begins to reform. Why shouldn't the rule that applies to one man be equally applicable to all others? In politics, the community of hatreds almost always forms the basis of friendships. If someone were to show me, between complete independence and the complete enslavement of thought, an intermediate position where I could hope to stand, I might establish myself there. But who will discover this intermediate position? What a sad thing that all over the earth governments are always precisely as naughty as the morals of their subjects may allow them to be. That same equality which makes the individual independent of each of his fellow citizens, in particular the isolated and defenseless, book to the action of the greatest number. Men cannot enjoy political liberty without buying it by a few sacrifices, and they never seize it except with great effort. Providence has created the human race neither entirely independent nor entirely enslaved. It does, it is true, trace around every man a fatal circle from which he cannot escape. But, within its vast limits, man is powerful and free. So are peoples. As far as the press is concerned, there is certainly no middle ground between servitude and license. In order to reap the priceless goods that freedom of the press assures, one must know how to submit to the inevitable evils that it brings about. There are nowadays many people who are very easily accommodated to this kind of compromise between administrative despotism and the sovereignty of the people, and who think that they have sufficiently guaranteed the freedom of individuals, when it is to the national power that they deliver it. This is not enough for me. The nature of the master is far less important to me than obedience. There are, in general, only simple conceptions that seize the spirit of a people. A false idea, but clear and precise, will always have more power in the world than